of drug action. This is my third topic, as it is just a continuity of your first session of pharmacodynamics. Okay, so first of all, in first lecture we have studied about your principles. In second lecture we have studied about the mechanism of action, and in the third series we are studying about the theories of drug action. Okay, so first starting everything, many questions have been coming to me in my previous lecture in my pedo series, that ma'am, how you are doing, means what are the things you are using to make notes and everything. See, I just clarify you one thing, that I have made notes not from the book, I have made notes from the competitive exam books, because in the coming season I'm gonna attend the exam, so it is useful for me, as well as the formal I have done with my teacher's lecture which I have got in my BTS days. So this is all about, because if I study the book through and through, I cannot give you the short tricks. Okay, through and through study I have done in BTS, that I have remembered, make notes, and I'm using that notes only. So starting from this point, I am just starting the way of theories of drug action. What is theories? Theories क्या क्या होता है? See, I am having the two theories. The first one is your receptor occupation theory. Receptor occupation theory. Okay, and the second is your two-state receptor theory. Two-state receptor theory. First is your receptor occupation theory. Second is your two-state receptor theory. Okay, I will explain this wordings by my notes, because it is the wordings have been taken out from your KD Tripathi. Receptor occupation theory. What is receptor occupation theory? It is given by Clark in 1937. It is given by Clark in 1937. Okay, what it state is, based upon the binding of the drug to the receptor. For example, this is the binding site. So if your drug is binding to this receptor, okay, this is your receptor occupation theory. Pace of cellular function altered by drug receptor interaction. Pace of cellular function okay, pace of cellular function altered by drug receptor interaction. Altered by drug receptor interaction. I think I am clear to you about it. Okay, now I'm just reviewing it, just because I have to explain this part over here in practical way, in just a symbolic way I want to explain it. See, if this is drug plus receptor gives you the drug receptor, this is your binding site. Okay, after that what it gives? It gives your effect. What are the advantages of it? It are having more affinity. If more affinity, more efficiency, more activity. Okay, so this is the thing, this is the receptor occupation theory. Okay, now your what is your intrinsic activity and efficiency? This is the ability of the drug to induce the function change in the receptor. Okay, what is affinity? Affinity is the ability of the drug to binding to the receptor. Now comes to that, what is this mean? Actually होता क्या है? होता ये है कि एक ड्रग है, एक रिसेप्टर है, ड्रग रिसेप्टर में जाके एक्ट कर गया, और इसमें क्या हुआ, हम लोग का एफिनिटी, योर एफिशिएंसी, योर एक्टिविटी, एवरीथिंग हैज बीन इंक्रीज्ड. ओके, नाउ कम्स टू योर सेकंड. You have to revise it again and again, guys. I'm telling you in every lectures, because these are very very important and it is very much volatile. We forgot it many of times. Okay, now come to your strength of stimulus. This is the point. Strength of stimulus. What is strength of stimulus? Strength of stimulus is drug plus receptor. Okay, understand it very properly. Drug plus receptor gives you drug receptor gives you stimulating effect. Okay, this is the strength of your stimulus. Okay, now come to your agonist. What is this? The agonist is the affinity. Agonist means the affinity. Here there is affinity. The working station is maximum. Okay, as well as, if I give you the example, it will be more understanding to you. Adrenaline, first example. Second example is your histamine. I'm telling about the strength of stimulus. And third is your morphine. Okay, now come to your competitive agonist. What is your competitive agonist? This all comes in the theories only. Okay, competitive agonist. Okay, what is competitive agonist is? Competitive agonist, I am telling you side by side about the competitive agonist and the partial agonist. Okay, this all comes in your receptor theory only. Okay, we haven't touched your two-state receptor model. This all comes in your receptor theory. So what is competitive agonist? What is the partial agonist? Competitive is affinity. Here also comes your affinity. Okay, then second, here the intrinsic activity is 0. But here the intrinsic activity is 0 to 1. Okay. Now examples over here is your propanol. Propanol. The second example is your atropine. Here the example is your all the drugs which are giving sub maximally, or you can also term it as your for example sublingual. Okay, now one more agonist is there, that is your inverse agonist. Okay, the inverse agonist is here also the affinity is there, but intrinsic activity is 0 to -1. It is 0 to 1, but this is the 0 to -1. Okay, 0 to -1. Okay, now here the example is your benzodiazepine receptor, DM and CM on benzodiazepine receptor. This all comes in your first theory. Now comes to your second theory. As I have told you in this lecture, I am just revising you. In this lecture, we have been telling you about the theories. Okay, so the theories, the first theory which we have included this all the things, your agonist part and the competitive part and the binding receptor part. So the first theory is given by Clark, which is your receptor occupational theory. Okay, receptor occupational theory. First is a receptor occupational theory. Second, okay, second is your two-state receptor theory. Two-state receptor theory. What is your two-step receptor theory? Two-step receptor theory is, there are two things over here. One is RA. Okay, one is RI. Okay, RA is termed as active. RI is termed as inactive, right? So what is this? when it comes into your equilibrium state. Okay, for example, there are agonists. What agonists do is, agonists bind with activator and give response. So मेरे ROT मतलब रिसेप्टर ऑब्जेक्ट थ्योरी में क्या हो रहा था मेरा, कि एक ड्रग है, ड्रग रिसेप्टर में गया, ड्रग रिसेप्टर बना और ये रेस्पॉन्स देना शुरू कर दिया. ओके, पर यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ पे जो एगोनिस्ट है वो बाइंड हो रहा है आपका एक्टिवेटर से, RA से, और फिर ये रेस्पॉन्स देना ये शुरू कर रहा है. दिस इज द बेसिक ऑफ दिस टू थ्योरीज. ओके, नाउ अगर एगोनिस्ट की जगह अगर एंटागोनिस्ट जुड़ जाता है, अगर एगोनिस्ट की जगह अगर एंटागोनिस्ट जुड़ जाता है, तो फिर क्या होता है मेरा, इसमें RA एंड RI दोनों इंक्लूड रहता है और इट inactivates the process. Please see it clearly that what is happening over here. Okay, now अगर मेरा यहाँ पे inverse agonist आता है, अगर इसमें मेरा inverse agonist आता है, तो मेरा activator is more responsive than your inactive part. Okay, so it gives your submaximal response. It gives your submaximal response. It gives your submaximal response. These are the three things you have to remember in it. Okay, now here I complete my theories. ओके, सो थ्योरीज में क्या था, थ्योरीज में हम लोग का सबसे पहले बाइंडिंग साइड से, बाइंडिंग साइड में ड्रग जाके बाइंड हुआ और फिर ये हम लोगों का एक्शन करना शुरू कर दिया. पर हम लोगों का जो सेकंड थ्योरी है उसमें ऐसा नहीं है, इसमें RI है, RA है, इसमें एक्टिव होता है, इसमें अगर एगोनिस्ट जाके जुड़ता है तो हम लोगों का एक्शन होता है. एंटागोनिस्ट RA RI दोनों में हम लोग का होता है, फिर ये इनएक्टिव करता है. ओके, सो दिस इज द थ्योरीज. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि दोनों थ्योरीज के नाम हम लोग यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम्स में आता है, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में आते हैं. नाउ कम टू योर नेचर ऑफ द रिसेप्टर. कितने टाइप के रिसेप्टर्स होते हैं? ओके, now nature of receptors. Nature of receptors दो टाइप के होते हैं. ठीक है, एक होता है आपका फिजियोलॉजिकल, एक होता है आपका फिजियोलॉजिकल, सेकेंड होता है आपका ड्रग रिसेप्टर. फिजियोलॉजिक रिसेप्टर का एग्जांपल है एड्रेनालिक एंड कोलिनर्जिक. एंड ड्रग का एग्जांपल है आपका बेंजोडाइजापिन्स और सल्फोनामाइड्स. Okay, so these are the examples. Now come to your subtypes of receptors. मैं इसी में लिख देती हूँ, the subtypes of receptors. Subtypes of receptors में क्या आता है आपका, it differs in affinity. ये कैसे अलग होता है रिसेप्टर से, ये affinity, ligand bonding. Third is your tissue distribution. Okay. Fourth is your transducer and molecule competitive. So this is the subtypes. These are the different things which comes in the subtype. Okay. Examples is your adrenergic receptor. These are of two types, alpha and beta. Okay, alpha, here comes your alpha 1. These are all the development drugs. Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3. This is the four type. Beta 1, beta 2, beta 3, beta 4. These are all your developmental drugs. These are all your targeted. Okay, developmental drugs are always more potent than your targeted drugs. So here I have completed my the theories part. Okay, in the next topic we are going to take your two things, that is your action effect sequence and dose response relationship. So thank you so much. Please this is a very volatile chapter, go through it again and again. If any type of your doubts are there, I'm 24 hours available. Please message me, please mail me, everything is possible over here. Okay, I will reply you personally. Thank you so much.